solve the same questions, the same objective, where we need to convert between different units of speed, right? So yesterday we went from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, and the question and the simplification was easier, because remember that always going into the smaller unit is easy. The simplification is more easy. So today we will go from smaller unit to bigger unit. So it is just 45 meter per second, and we need to convert it into how many kilometers per hour. So we will follow the same pattern, the same three steps which we have learned yesterday. So first step was we will convert them independently, right? We will convert this 45 meter into kilometer, and we will convert 1 second into hour. So the trick in this conversion is that you need to keep the answer in fraction, right? So keep the answer in fraction and simplify at the end, right? So for example, let me tell you that from this question, the distance is 45 meters, right? If you expand this to 45 meter per second. So actually the distance is 45 meter, and the time is basically 1 second, right? So we will convert these units separately to the required unit first. So we need distance in kilometer instead. So if you convert this 45 meter into kilometer, what you need to do? You need to divide by 1000, right? So now I will write it down like this. I will not actually divide it. I will not write down 0.045, right? I will keep it in the fraction form. So this is the trick in this question, that you need to keep distance and time in the fraction form. That will make your calculation easy, and do solve them when you put them in the speed formula, right? So distance is 45 by 1000 kilometer. So I will not simplify at this step, right? Then now the time. So time is like 1 second. And if we convert this 1 second into hours, so it is basically that you need to divide with 3600. That's right. To convert seconds into hours, so you need to divide by 3600. So this is basically 1 by 3600 hour. Right? So now you have done the conversion. Now you will just put the values in formula of speed. You know that speed is equal to distance by time. Say the unit is also telling us speed is distance by time. So they are both fractions. 8th class, remember this forever whenever you are doing maths. Okay, if there are two fractions in the division, so instead of writing double division, that is an old way of writing fractions, कि मैं यहाँ fraction लिखूँ by another fraction. So this, we don't follow this rule now. We will write it down with a division sign, like distance is 45 by 1000. There is a division sign in the middle, so I will just put the division sign. This by sign is a division sign, right? Divided by 1 by 3600, right? So this is the point where I need to calculate. So I'm going to do the calculations on the top. Can you see? I'm going to do the solution here. So the first step, abhi aapne in every question, when you are going into the from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you need to follow these steps. So I will change this division sign into multiplication sign. So this 3600 will go here. 3600 by 1. Right? So now is the point when I will do the calculations. I will cancel these two zeros with 3600, right? So now I will multiply 45 and 36. So this will make the calculation comparatively simpler, right? So I will multiply 45 with 36. So 36 fours are 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. 15, 1 carry. 4 threes are 12 and 13. So the answer I'm getting from the multiplication is Please check if there is any mistake or if I have missed something. So it is 1620 divided by 10. I can just simply cancel this one more zero, and the answer would be 162 kilometer per hour. So just I will go back into this. You can on in the paper also, in the test also, you can do this calculation in a rough work along with the question. And now I can just simply say that the answer is 162 kilometer per hour. Right? If 45 meters are covered in 1 second, so then uh, in 1 second, so then 162 kilometers will be covered in 1 hour, right? Is it clear? Is the method clear?
Yes.
All right. So because you can see right now it was 45 meter and the answer is also comparatively bigger number, 162. Now the second, look at the second question. It is just 4 meter per second and 1.5 meter per second. So the number is getting smaller and the calculations will be getting more trickier because the answer would be getting smaller and smaller. So that's why we will not do this intermediate calculation. We will not solve what is 1 by 3600 because that's a very small number, right? Same is the case here. If you will do these calculations here, so then you will get stuck in the final answer. I have seen very good students also getting stuck with these calculations. Or when you will go in the next two learning objectives of speed, so this is not actually a question. Changing the unit is just a small part of the question. The question is something else. So you should not be wasting much time on this conversion. So remember that you need to follow these steps so that your calculation is easier. So moving on to the next question, same method we will follow even if we are going into the bigger unit or a smaller unit. Okay. So distance is 4 meter. So we know that 4 meter is 4 by 1000 kilometers, right? So now time is 1 second, and we know that 1 second is 1 by 3600 hour, right? So now I will say speed is equal to, because the formula is speed is equal. Ji Hashim, you want to say something?
14.4.
14.4. So I have you used calculator?
No.
How you solved it? You were doing it while we were talking?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's great. So let's quickly, are you following the same method or you are again using your own method?
No, same method.
All right, that's great. So 4 by 1000 multiplied by 3600 by 1, right? So this is the calculation I'm going to. So I'm using a different color so that you can see the calculations. So again, same method, two zeros will be cancelled. 36 into 4, oh, this calculation is easier. So 36 into 4, 6 fours are 24 and 144 by 10. So this is just the moving the decimal. It will be 14.1. So I will write down the answer here, 14.1, 14.4 kilometer per hour, right? This makes sense because meter per second maybe speed was less. So definitely in kilometer per hour, it will also be less. So now the last part, distance is equal to 1.5. Ji Hashim, you have raised the hand.
5.4.
All
5.
right. So 1.5 meter is basically 1.5 divided by 1000 kilometer. So remember that we will not do intermediate calculation. We will leave it as it is. Time is 1 second. 1 second का मतलब है 1 by 3600. 1 by 3600 hour. So now we will put it in the formula of speed. So speed is, put it in the formula and tell me the answer.
5.4.
5.4. All right. Hashim has calculated already, but we will just check if this is the right calculation or not. So how about others? Are you done? So it's 1.5 by 1000 divided by 1 by 3600, right? So those who are good at, calculations, they will do well in this topic. So I'm just calculating it here. Speed is equal to, so I will change this division sign into multiplication sign. 1.5 by 1000 multiply by 3600 by 1. So this two zeros are gone, right? So remove this 1.5 wala decimal and you will get a 10 here if you remove this decimal. So we have 15 into 36 on the top. So Ashim, what was 15 into 36?
54.
54.
What?
54.
54?
54.
54 would be the final answer probably.
No,
No.
ma'am. Divide by 10.
अच्छा, divided by 10. मैंने divided by 100 किया तो it would be 540 then, right?
Yes.
मैंने उसका decimal remove कर दिया था ना, ठीक है? So the final answer would be 5.4 kilometer per hour, right? So the questions of conversion are more difficult in especially your workbook. जो workbook में conversion के questions है ना, वो ज़्यादा difficult है. उसमें ज़्यादा जैसे book में जो questions है ना, वो हम करेंगे इंशाल्लाह, तो उसमें किलोमीटर और मीटर में
कौन
ही
सी बुक?
conversion. जो
कौन सी बुक?
वर्कबुक 3, जो आपके पास
3.
वर्कबुक है ना, उसमें वैरायटी ऑफ कन्वर्जन्स हैं. मिलीमीटर पर आवर टू मीटर पर सेकेंड, सेंटीमीटर पर मिनट टू किलोमीटर पर आवर में, तो ऐसी बहुत सी यूनिट्स हैं जो कॉमनली यूज नहीं होती, उसमें ऐसी कन्वर्जन्स हैं. ठीक है, यू कैन प्रैक्टिस दैट आल्सो. सो नाउ लुक एट दिस. नाउ दिस इज द variety we can have with the conversion. Like conversions can be used for comparison. Which is greater, a speed of 24 kilometer per hour or 128 meter per second? So what do you say? What do you think? Take a guess maybe. So which one is greater, speed of 24 kilometer per hour or speed of 12.8 meter per second? What do you think?
Speed of 12.8 meter per second.
All right, so let's check quickly. So basically, I told you when you have a choice of conversion, so you should pick the smaller unit. I should not be converting this 12.8 meter per second into kilometer per hour because that will be the difficult calculation. So I will change this 24 kilometer because that is easier. So I will change this calculation. Speed was 24 kilometer. I will go in meters, so it will be 24,000 meters. Time is 1 hour. So 1 hour means how many seconds? 3600 seconds, right? So going in a smaller unit is should always be preferred, right? So speed is, sorry, I mean distance likhna tha. Distance. Speed is 24,000 divided by 3600. Just cancel the two zeros. So now it can go on 12. 12 twos are 24, 12 threes are 36. So we are left with 20 by 3. So 20 by 3 को अगर convert करें तो क्या है ये? 3 6 are 18. 6.2.
6.
6.6 with the bar. It's a recurring decimal, right? 6.6 with a bar or unit would be now meter per second. So this 24 kilometer per hour is basically 6.6 meter per second. I think so Narmeen was right. Which is the greater speed? 12.8 meter per second is. So these three symbols are used for the conclusion. Hence, 12.8 meter per second is greater speed, right? And it's not only greater by a small number, it's almost the double, right? Is 6.6 or 12.8. So it's like double the speed. Okay. So any question in this?
No.
Is it clear? All right. So moving on to the next one, the last question. So अब देखिए Ron covers a distance of 1710 meters in 3 minutes. Find speed in kilometer per hour. So this was just a conversion question. So the distance is 1710 meter. I'm writing the data. 1710 meters, and the time is basically 3 minutes. Acha, minutes cannot be written with only m. ठीक है? Whenever you will write minute या second के लिए SCC is the short form. Minute के लिए MIN आपने लिखना है, क्योंकि सिर्फ जो m होता है that is for meter. ठीक है? So 1710 meter, हमारी required unit is kilometer per hour. So we are going into the bigger unit. So we will keep the fractions. याद रखना. ठीक है? So meter to kilometer we will divide by 1000. Right? So it would be 1710 divided by 1000 kilometers. Right? 3 minutes we are going into hours. So divide by 60 this time. Right? Because हमने hours में जाना है ना, minutes to hours. So it would be 3 by 60 hour. ठीक है? So now I will write down speed is equal to distance by time. The formula is this. I will use the division. Sin 1710 by 1000 divided by 3 by 60. Distance, इसको इस तरह लिख सकते हैं ना, distance divided by time. Right? So now I can just take the reciprocal and do the simplification. 1710 divided by 1000 multiplied by 60 by 3. Right? So these two zeros of 1000 can be cancelled with these two. This 3 will be cancelled with 6. So now just simple calculation. 171 ka double is 342. So 342 by 10 या फिर आप कह सकते हैं 34.2 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ठीक है? Any calculation? Hashim, आप चुप हो गए because I think so you have converted it into, you have divided time with 3600, right? Right or not?
No, ma'am.
You have done it correctly?
Ma'am, I did it. मैंने नहीं किया. थोड़ी बार करूँगा.
Achha, it's okay. I thought you were telling me the answer. So, and then you stopped. So that's why. All right. So any question till this point? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you need to follow the same steps. Let's see what is there in the third worksheet. If it is still the same topic, then we will attempt it. Else we will not. So, all right. Yes. So I can give you some as a homework. We will not solve the word problems. But we will do real world problems we will do later on, but the conversions we can do. Okay, so these two conversions, like these question number 2 and 3, I can give you for the practice. Easy peasy, just meter to seconds and kilometer to hours, right? So but this question 1 we can do together. Maybe there is a table and some values are missing. So when we will do the last objective, so then I will tell you what does this average speed mean. Okay, I will tell you later on, a bit later in the discussion. Okay, just ignore for now why it is written average speed. So first two questions are very easy. Distance and time is given. You need to find out the answer. So what would be the answer of first one? 64 kilometer, 2 hours. There is no particular unit given, so you can pick any of them. 64 kilometer by 2 hours. So what would be the speed in kilometer per hour? It would be, what would be the speed in kilometer per hour? 64 by 2 करेंगे ना? So it would be 32 kilometers per hour. Okay. I hope there is no confusion. Because we know that formula of speed is distance by time. Right? So in this first two questions, we know distance and time, we will just divide it. Okay? So next is 225. So what would be the speed? 200 divided by 25. 8 meter per second. Are you getting this, Vite, or is there any question? Is it clear? Clear or not?
Yes,
Tell
Sam.
me. All right. So the third question is the one where, the difference starts. So for third question, we know the speed and we know the time. So we will put the values in the formula. So speed is 22, distance is the unknown, and the time is 3. So it's just a simple linear equation. We will take this 3 on the other side of the equation because we need to find out the distance. The distance would be 66, right? And what would be the unit? Because speed ki unit is kilometer per hour and this is hour. So it means that 66 kilometers, right? So 66 kilometers will come in this third question. So now comes the fourth part, again very simple. I think so there was a mistake here. 7 meter per second है, तो it should be written here 7 meter per second. ठीक है? We need to find out, sorry, 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second will be written here because this is speed. Okay, so we know speed and distance this time. So distance is 7 seconds, time is the unknown, and speed is 5. Right? So
1.4.
that's right, 1.4. If you rearrange it, तो ये आपके पास t क्या आ जाएगा? 7 by 5. 7 by 5 is 1.4. So you will write down 1.4. What would be the unit? Oh, sorry. What would be the unit? Unit would be, oh, ये भी 7 seconds यहाँ लिखा हुआ है. I don't know.
Second.
There
हम
was a
मीटर
problem.
होगा 7 मीटर
हाँ,
होगा वो.
मीटर कर देते हैं 7 मीटर. And this will be coming 1.4 seconds. इन्होंने यहाँ पर seconds के लिए सिर्फ s लिखा हुआ है. Usually we will not write it, like this. हम minute और second के लिए उसका short form लिखते हैं properly. अच्छा, next question is 75 kilometer distance and 50 kilometer per hour speed. So if I put them in the formula, distance by time is equal to speed. So distance is 75 kilometer, time is the unknown, speed is 50. So if you rearrange it,
1.5.
take this t here and this 50 will go here. So simple linear equation, right? So t would be 75 by 50. कितना? 3 by 2 आता है ना, 1.5. वेरी गुड. 1.5 आवर. ठीक है, अगर इस स्पीड के साथ कोई व्हीकल जा रही है और इतना डिस्टेंस कवर करना है तो कितना टाइम लगेगा? अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1.5 आवर लगेगा. ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाट इट मीन्स. So last question is 39 meter and speed is very less. I don't know, 3 meter per second. And we need to cover. So we will put the values in the same formula.
The
39
last one is
by
13
t.
minutes.
Sorry,
हम जाना भी इतना ही
30.
पास है.
Yeah,
Last one is 13 kilometer.
that's right. It is 13 kilometer. Kilometer? 13
Meter.
13 seconds.
seconds. 13 seconds.